G babies, I got a story to tell you. Y'all gonna want to stay tuned. Y'all gonna want to listen to this, okay? Hey G babies, it's me, and I wanted to tell you guys a story. I wanted to tell you a funny story about my life. I watch a lot of YouTubers now, and they've been having a lot of story times, and I really enjoy learning about what people have been through, because once people get a little more established and you see how they are now, you just assume that certain things they probably never went through or never was that person or that girl or whatever the case may be. So it's very interesting to me. So I thought I'd share a quick little story about your girl. And I'm sure, as you can tell by the title of this video, it's about that one time your girl was locked up, clink, clink. Like, it's funny now when I tell a story. In that moment, I thought my world was ending. So, yeah. But now I can tell the story, and it's not a big deal, learning experience, and maybe this will help somebody that's watching to not have to go through this, because it was really all very unnecessary. So keep watching for that story of the one and only time that your girl G-Dog went to jail. Y'all gonna want to hear this, I promise. Some of my G babies have definitely heard this story before, because they were there when it happened. But being said, I was like, let me share a little story with my babies, with my G babies. Let me let them know that your girl done been through it. 2019 was a rough year for me. I'm gonna just put 2019 was not it for your girl. It was a lot going on that year. I was tested a lot. 2019. That's always going to be a year that I remember for my perseverance. So anyway, February 2019, your girl went to jail. You hear me? I was handcuffs, clink, clink, locked down, jail, mugshot, the whole 9 yards. Went to jail. I know y'all can't believe it. I know. And let me just put a disclaimer, this is nothing that I'm proud of. It's just mistakes, bad choices, yada, 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 that led to this. And yeah, I just wanted to share this story. It's funny now, but in that moment, y'all, I really thought my life was over. I thought it was ending. I thought karma came back and just was not playing no games with me and just was ending my life. That's really what I thought. It was horrible. So, November of 2018. So let me go ahead and start the story off properly. November 2018, I got pulled over. I think my insurance had lapsed, my car insurance or something to that effect. But the person let me off with a warning. He was like, as long as you come to court, present your insurance or whatever, it would be okay, whatever situation. The point is, I know I probably should have went to jail that night, but I finessed my damsel in distress act that usually gets me out of shit and got me out of that. I drove off that night. I had a court date, yada, yada, yada. I knew I probably was gonna have to pay a high ticket, but I was gonna worry about that when it was time to worry about that. Because I was actually on my way somewhere, I think to the gun range, if I'm not mistaken. I was on my way to a place, and this kind of was just like disrupting where I was trying to get to. I never went to court. I forgot. I think I lost the ticket. Another reason why you got to invest in a planner. I think this was my pre-planner year. So didn't have a planner, didn't write it down. I think I lost the ticket somehow, some way. Basically, I never went to court. So I had an FTA attached to my name and my license. FTA, failure to appear in court. And in Georgia, that's like a big deal. So yeah, there was a bench warrant out for my arrest, all of that, all because I failed to appear in court about a traffic ticket for lapse of car insurance. You feel what I'm saying? So this is where we at. Now, this is what I learned after the fact, of course, but I'm just living my life. Yada, 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 living life, living life. February 2019, a day after work, me and two of my coworkers, let's go to this seafood restaurant after work, whatever the case may be. Me and my boyfriend at the time had been arguing all day. I just wanted to argue all day over the phone because I was at work. So I just wanted to get off work and kind of just chill, have a food and drinks with my girlfriends or whatever. So I think I made a turn and didn't put my signal on. Something about an improper turn is what triggered the police officer to pull me over. I work in Gwinnett County. Back in November when I got pulled over, I was in DeKalb County. But I work in Gwinnett County. So he pulled me over, a Gwinnett County police officer. He took my, asked for license, registration, insurance, had all of that. Had everything I needed at that moment in time. So he goes to his car. They'll do whatever police officers do when they get back to their car. But while that's happening, another police car pulls up. Me and my girlfriend's just talking. I see the police car, but I don't know. I'm not paying it no mind. Like, just give me my ticket or give me a warning. We three innocent young women in a car, so like, what the hell? So he came back to the car and asked me to step outside the vehicle. I have never been asked to step outside of a vehicle before. So now I'm like, what the hell? And I think all of us had to step outside the vehicle. I'm not sure at this point. Girl, y'all, G-babies, because I know some dudes probably watching. That man had told me to put my hands behind my back. Heart is now beating. Beating. Beating out of my chest. Like, what the fuck is happening? Is this a joke? Like, I'm like, is this are you serious? Do I look like I go to, like, seriously? Y'all, just in that moment, I can't even describe what I was feeling. It was so many range of emotions. Oh my freaking God, it was horrible, y'all. I will say that he was a nice man. It wasn't a white police officer, and I will say that he was decent. He pulled my name up. He was like, you don't have a common name. Of course, to him, I didn't have a common name. He typed my name in, big sign come up on his little laptop in his cop car that says wanted. Like old school style, like I'm a damn criminal. I just could not believe this, y'all. It was really crazy. I just could not believe it. So he was just like, yeah, there's a bench warrant out for your arrest. I cannot, at this point, I'm pulling out all the stops. So what you want me to do? What can I do to put, like, what is it? Please, like, let me out of here. He was like, in the system, they can tell that he has pulled me over. So if he let me go, then he's, sacrificing his job, which I get. He don't know me. You know what I'm saying? So he could tell, because at this point, I'm in tears. Mascara running, just a mess. My friend crying, everybody just crying. He talking about, I'm thinking at least my friend could drive my car. Tow truck pulling up. They wouldn't even let her drive my car. So she had to call her husband to come pick them up because they wouldn't at least let her drive my car off so they could at least go back. It was just crazy. So he was nice because he did let me make a few phone calls on my cell phone and kind of broke down the process to me because he was like, I can tell you never been through this before. Like, duh, I get out of shit. This is crazy. I don't ever get caught. What is this? So yeah, I called my boyfriend, and like I said, we had been arguing that day, like little petty relationship arguments. So he didn't pick up at first because he probably thought I was calling to still be on some petty shit, which is my typical MO, so I don't blame him. But I called again, and I guess he was like, okay, all right, like, what's up? When I told him I was to go to jail, he was like, what? And I told him what was going on. I told him, like, the bondsman situation, like what he would have to pay to get me out, the percentage, yada, yada, yada. And I wrote his phone number down in the palm of my hand. I know my mother's number by heart, but I told him, as long as between me and you, we got the money, don't involve my mom. I don't want to tell my mom about this until I get out. My mom is all the way in Charleston, South Carolina. what can she do? And my mom is a worry wart. I don't want her to be worrying about me. Is this not necessary? You feel me? I'm grown. I got myself in this. I'm going to get myself out. I'm not that person to go run to mommy every 5 seconds. I am an adult. So yeah. He drove me off, baby. I mean, I'm watching my car get towed. Those handcuffs are so tight and uncomfortable. I mean, my friends standing there crying. It just was a mess. So they drove me to Gwinnett County. He told me, he let me call once we got there, he let me call my boyfriend one more time. Well, actually, rewind, sorry. Before he drove off, he told me to leave all my valuables with my friends. Because a lot of sometimes when they seal your stuff up, things get lost. But I took my cell phone with me because when I got out, I wanted to be able to make calls. So really the only thing I took with me was my cell phone. I left my car keys, purse, wallet, everything with my homegirl. I left it with her, I left it with my friend. So he let me make one more call when we got to the station before he walks me in. And I called my boyfriend again and broke down what we were going to have to pay. Once I get the amount, I will call him, and then some bondsmen in the area or whatever like that. So get to the holding state, take my mugshot picture. Of course, you know how I am with the nails. They were not playing about the nails. Just snip, 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 snip. Can't have long nails going into jail. That could be a weapon. At that time, I had braids in my hair. And I'm glad I did, because all the girls that had wigs on had to really like take their wig off and walk around with their meat meal braids that's underneath. And just how degrading. So luckily I had braids in my hair, but sis ran her fingers all through my hair. I don't know what she was looking for or what she thought I had concealed weapon in my scalp. I'm not quite sure. It just was very invasive, very degrading procedure. And then I had to take off all my jewelry, piercings. So that was nose ring, bracelets, necklace, earrings, anklet, everything. I had to take all of that off. I think that was it. And then I remember one thing that stands out is she asked me if I wanted some water. And I was like, yeah, I'll take a bottle of water. And everybody in the little area just started laughing. And you know me, I don't understand the jokes, so I'm not going to laugh. And it was like, you've never been to jail before, have you? It's like, no. You don't get bottled water in here. You can drink from the fountain. If you think I'm putting my lips on that filthy ass fountain, I'd rather starve and die of dehydration. So I didn't drink anything. So they put me in a holding cell with all these crazy people underneath the bench sleep. The toilet is literally just sitting in the cell. No door, no nothing. So if you got to use the restroom, you got to use it. If you got to do number 2, you got to do it. And we just all have to just sit there and suffer these odors. Y'all, I mean, filthy. It was disgusting. Oh my God, it was so filthy. I just was on the bench, balled up, just looking, waiting for whoever that was on that phone to get the hell off of it so I could hurry up and call my boyfriend again. I just was like, Jesus, help me, God. So they called my name. It didn't take too long for them to call my name, tell me the full bond amount, and then the percentage that I had to pay to be released. I don't remember those exact figures, but it definitely wasn't nothing too crazy. Like, I definitely had the money for it. So another thing he let me do before I walked in, I cashed at my boyfriend everything I had to give to him so he could have all the money that I had to put towards this. That's another thing that he allowed me to do before he walked me in on my cell phone. He let me send a cash app to my boyfriend. So like I said, he was a decent cop. He was decent. So anyway, they tell me my amount. I'm like, cool, I got this. Okay, I'm good. So get on the phone, call my boyfriend. What he done told me. He had to call my mama. What? I specifically told you, do not call my mother, because all you're going to do is make her worry. And honestly, I'm embarrassed. I don't want her to know that her daughter is in jail. Like, what? Anyway, this is the amount that I need you to pay. These are the list of some bondsmen in the area. Let's get that going. He was at work, so he had to get off work, do what he needs to do to get off, clock out, and then he got on it. So now I have to do what I did not want to do, which is call my mother. Because at this point, she's worried. I at least need to let her hear my voice to let her know that I'm okay. So I call her. She's trying to sound as calm as she can, which I know my mom. I know she has already lost her mind. So I'm like, I'm okay. I'm good. Me and such and such gonna figure it out. I got the money. He gonna handle it when he get off work. We good. I learned after the fact that my boyfriend at the time had to call my mom twice. My mom is very spiritual, so she said when she saw a random Atlanta number call her, she immediately felt like something was wrong with me and she was scared and she didn't want to answer the phone, which is crazy. If something's wrong, don't you want to know what's going on? So anyway, she said she didn't want to answer the phone, yada, yada, yada. So he called twice, called the second time, and my stepmom, Robin, was like, at this point, my mom is pacing the floor back and forth about to put a dent in the floor. She was like, I can't answer it. You answer it. So Robin answers the phone, and I'm sure my boyfriend broke down what was going on. And my mom just, y'all, I love my mom, but she is a worry wart. She will worry herself to death. So that was just a little sidebar that was really fun because I knew she was panicking. I knew she was trying to hold it together for me while I was on the phone with her, but I knew she was panicking. And so, yeah, it was a lot of funny characters in that holding cell. It was people that you know clearly done been in here before. They know the probation officers by name. Like, girl, I'm back again. I'm about to get out. Like, just real comfortable with the situation. So it was a little entertainment because there's no TVs in the holding cell. So it was a little entertainment to get me through these, what felt like hours. Because all this took place after work. So that's like 6 p.m. My bail and everything got posted, I would say around 10 or 11 o'clock at night, because they called my name to let me know that it had been posted. They had received it. But here's the kicker, y'all. Remember, in November, I got pulled over in DeKalb County for this lapse of insurance crap. I got arrested in Gwinnett County. So yes, I paid my bond in Gwinnett to be released, but not released fully, just to now be released to get transferred to DeKalb County. I had to get extradited in a sense. Like, this is crazy. I'm thinking, okay, it's close to midnight. I done been here all night, but I'm good now. Not realizing, no, now I just sit right here, handcuffed, waiting for the police officer, the DeKalb County police officer, to transfer me on over to their jail. And let me tell you right now, Gwinnett County is a palace compared to DeKalb County. DeKalb County is I thought Gwinnett was nasty. DeKalb take the cake. You hear me, honey? Now, every time I drive past that jail on 285, I have a little twitch because I know what the people are going through in there. It is disgusting. So this black police officer came, put me in the back of the cop car, gather my belongings, and we drive to DeKalb County. And I noticed that they have a camera where they can see all my movements that I was doing in the back, which I thought was kind of neat, but I digress. So, get to DeKalb County. It's now midnight or probably 1 a.m. at this point. Yeah, it's probably like 1 something in the morning. So I'm thinking, all right, to another holding cell, so we can get this bond cleared out. And same process. They told me my bond. They had to, search me, whatever the case may be. And then I went to the holding cell. So I made a phone call, called my boyfriend, let him know this is where I'm at now. This is the amount here. Let's go ahead and handle it. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. He can't pay this bond until something opens during regular business hours. So that's not till at least 8 a.m., right? So yeah, so I'm know for a fact I'm about to be in this holding cell till at least 8 in the morning. But there's nobody else in here with me. So it's actually like I can handle this. Too good to be true. The lady comes to the holding cell. Because it's the middle of the night, we can't have you sit in the holding cell all night. We're gonna have to dress you out. My life is over. What am I gonna do? Dress me out? Ma'am, my boyfriend has the money. Like, what can he, like, what do we need to do? Please don't make me do this. She wasn't hearing none of that. So I go into this other room. It's like me and 3 other females. Y'all, I could have been on Oz, Orange is the New Black. I could have been an extra in any of that at this point. It just was out of hand. I had to take off all my clothes in front of the officer and the other females. They gave you a pair of big white balloon trousers called panties. Put those on. White sports bra. Some white socks. Then you put on the orange pants and the orange top. And then you get some old beat up looking slides to slide your feet into. Then they walk you, and you put all your civilian clothes, whatever, into this bag. Hand it to the officer. Then they walk you to a room where you pick up your mattress. Your mattress is this thick and has a handle on the side. And you're going to carry your little mattress with you to Gen Pop. General population. It's the middle of the night. Most everybody sleep. So they tell you which cell you going to go to. Me and one of the other girls went to the cell. She was like, do you mind if I have bottom bunk? I'm so numb to the world. Whatever. So I climbed the little ladder. They give you a little mattress cover thing to put on the little thin mattress pad. And I believe they gave some sort of a pillow. And you lay down. And there's a toilet in there and a sink. They did give you a little toothpaste and a toothbrush as well. And some extra underwear because they're assuming you about to be here. But hell no. Anyway, I think I cried myself to sleep. I didn't want to keep crying to keep the other girl from sleeping, but I cried myself to sleep. When I woke up in the morning, I remember like I knew I was up, but before I opened my eyes, I said a prayer like, please, Lord, let this have been a dream, a nightmare or something, God. I don't know what I have done, but I rebuke this, Lord, please. I said all that before I opened my eyes because I just wanted this to be over. I did not want to wake up still in this version of hell that I was living. But I opened my eyes and here I was. An orange creamsicle stuck in a box. That's what I was. Now in DeKalb County, they have like these very rectangular windows. So I could see 285 from my window. I could see freedom and people driving their cars, and it just was horrible. Meanwhile, the other girl up brushing her teeth and shit. Like me in a college dorm. Y'all, I have not used the restroom, drank, or ate anything since. This was a Thursday. Since that Thursday when I got pulled over, was there all Thursday night, got transferred to DeKalb County at the wee hours of Friday. So now it's Friday morning because the sun is out, so it's regular morning hours. I really don't know what time it is. There's no clocks in jail. Didn't know that. No clocks. So you hear this big buzzing sound. You hear people talking in their other cells. Like people are up. So the doors open. And it's like we can walk outside. And there's like little chairs, like a little, almost like a mock living room set up with a TV. And I remember ATL was playing on the TV. And there were other little tables. People were playing cards, checkers. And then the payphones were lined up against the wall or whatever. And they were all being occupied at the moment. So I remember I hit the little buzzer at the door to speak to one of the guards, and I was just like, my boyfriend has paid my bond. I'm trying to figure out when will I get out of here. They was like, well, we'll call your name when you're being released. We just have to run your name and do fingerprinting. Yeah, just a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't even want to hear. Whatever. So a payphone freed up, and I went to the payphone and called my boyfriend, and I really just burst out into tears, y'all. I asked him, I said, hey, did you pay my bond? He was like, yeah, I paid it since 8 o'clock this morning. And I asked him, well, what time is it? He said, it's 12 noon. I just burst out into tears. I burst out into tears. Like, it just came out of me. I didn't even know I was about to cry. I gotta get out of here. It's 12 noon, bro. I think realizing what time it was just triggered some type of emotion in me. Like, I've been here all day. It's about to be 24 hours, bro. What's going on? So he was like, tighten up. Don't let them girls in there see you cry. Don't cry when you get out. What you need to do is occupy your time, talk to some of them, like just get to know the people, pass the time, watch the TV, do something, but don't be in there crying. So I just, try to tighten up, try to get it together. Ooh, it wasn't a lot, y'all. So I did start talking to some of the girls because the mail came through. Like, I guess some of them get mail. They like kind of live there, I guess, and they get mail delivered or whatever. So they getting stuff, pictures, like whatever they get from the people on the outside, and this, that, and the third. And then it was lunchtime. I gotta tell y'all this before I wrap this story up. Lunchtime. Let me tell y'all what they gave us for lunch, bruh. Like, they feed these people in prison like dogs get better food. And I'm not exaggerating. It was a piece of cornbread. A square block of cornbread. It was so hard, the shit could have been a brick. I could have threw it at somebody and knocked them out. I mean, rock hard. It was some peas. Literally looked like y'all opened a can and just put it on the tray. No, watery, runny, just. Then it was like a bed of rice with this kind of chicken gravy concoction sitting on top. Who's eating this, bruh? Like, who's eating this? I'm not about to eat this shit. You got me all the way screwed up. I'm not eating this. I'm looking at this, contemplating life at this point, because yet again, all these hours, I still have not eaten or drank nothing. I'm just, people over there taking showers. You can see their whole body, like just, everything just so open and exposed and nasty. This girl looked like, you want your food? I'm like, nah, bruh. You can have it. Oh, yeah, I was just like you when I first got here, but you gonna eat sooner or later. Nah. Because I'm about to get the hell on. I'm not about to be here. I'm not about to get to know you people. We're not about to build a bond. No. So yeah, I let her have my lunch tray, and I just sat there staring at ATL, lips chapped, just ugly, just hideous. Like, girls in there asking me if my braids were crocheted, and asking me if I could have some of my braids, I guess take some of the weave out so they could use it to do their hair. Just, oh Jesus. I don't wish that on my worst enemy, and I put that on my life, bro. I don't wish jail on no one. It's sick. It's some sick shit, period. Then I took my boyfriend advice. Let me get to know some of these people in here. Talk to them what they in here for. Prostitution, mail fraud, check fraud, embezzlement, just all type of craziness, parole violation. They asked me, I'm like, a traffic ticket? Like, what the fuck? I don't even match. Like, what's happening here? I'm in here for a failure to appear for a traffic ticket. I'm in here with hard up criminals. Y'all, I never prayed so much in my life. So, fast forward. They don't call my name. The sun has now went back down. I literally, because we had to go back in our cells so some more people could come out. So I literally looked out that little window and watched the sun go down. Literally. Finally called my name. Me and my cellmate, we were talking, getting to know each other, whatever the case may be. Because she said her boyfriend, she got into it with her boyfriend and he called the cops on her, which is very messed up. Soon as I heard McNeil, all right, girl, it's been real. I wish you the best. It was nothing to talk about. I had to get up out of there. I didn't even went down the little ladder. I jumped off that bunk. Bust me out. Bust me out. Get out of here. I got to get up out of here. All right, girl. Stay up, because I'm gone. You feel me? So we had to walk. I had to walk back up to the front with my little mattress and my little stuff. And somebody asked me for my extra panties in my bag, and socks, so I let her have that. It's really survival mode in there, bro. So I had to walk back out to the front. They had to scan my fingerprints, I guess, to make sure it was no more warrants or I wasn't wanted with the FBI, whatever the case may be. That took forever and a day. They finally let me put my civilian clothes back on. I put all the other stuff back in the bag. I guess they throw it away. I don't know. Basically, when I got out of there, it was like, I want to say 10 something that night. 10 something Friday night. Because by the time I went to my homegirl house, got something to eat, came home, took a shower, the hottest shower I could of my life, it was already like 2 something in the morning, Saturday morning. So I was legit in there for over 24 hours, 2 different jails. It just was so disgusting and degrading. All the clothes I had on that day, I threw away. That shirt, those pants, I threw it away. It all had to just, it is now tied to the worst experience of my life, so it has to go. So yeah, threw all that away. I remember, I think I went to my homegirl house. She still had my purse, my wallet, my everything for me. I think I went to Waffle House to get something to eat. I mean, my lips had been cracked at this point. Not eating or drinking for 24 hours, you get dehydrated. Like, I looked a mess. I mean, when my boyfriend, he was waiting on me, he was like, you smell like jail. And I can imagine so. It stinks in there. It just was rough. So, like I said, I don't recommend it on my worst enemy. It's not really a good place to be. I don't understand how people can be repeat offenders. I don't see it. I do not see how you can get accustomed to being told what to do, sitting in a cell for hours, eating that dog food, not being able to properly groom yourselves. You can't get your hair and nails done in jail. Like, it's crazy. So this is a cautionary tale. And I have not gotten pulled over by a police officer since. Not a traffic ticket, not nada. I'm scarred for life. So, like I said, this is a cautionary tale for any of my G babies that have never been tangled in an entanglement with the law enforcement. Don't do it. With the jail system, don't do it. Don't get pulled over. But if you do, write that date down for your court date or just pay it online. Do what you need to do, honey, because nah, that is not it. That is one of the lowest points in my life. And the fact that I could be this transparent and share it to the world and whoever's going to listen, because it's going on YouTube for the world to see, that I have grown past it and I'm over it. I've had many laughs behind it. My sisters thought it was hilarious. My stepmom, like, I've been through it, honey. Been through it. And that was one of the moments where I thought life was over. But I definitely bounced back from it. I had hella court dates after that behind it. I was on probation behind this, having to report every week just to give them money. Like, I went through the whole 9 yards simply because I was not on top of my stuff as an adult and didn't go to court and didn't keep up my car insurance. It was bad. So just stay on top. It's just nothing. I pay that car insurance with a smile on my face every month. Because it's not worth what comes from not paying it or just being slack about it. I pay it. No. It's damn near on auto draft because Georgia just get too crazy for me. So, and I just put that on my life. I will never go to jail again. Nothing is worth that. No situation or no person, nothing. Don't do it, y'all. So I just wanted to share my little story time with y'all about that one time your girl G-Dog went to jail. Wasn't fun at all. But this is a channel of transparency. Don't judge me, judge your mama. Like, comment, and subscribe, please. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye. I hope I didn't get lipstick on my hand. No, I didn't.